Hello everyone, my name is Ophelia Jackson and I'm from the Psychology Business Group. My group will be covering the subfields of psychology, which ours are neuropsychology, rehabilitation, and psychometrics. The topic that I will be covering will be neuropsychology. So what is neuropsychology? Neuropsychology is the study and characterizations of the behavior modifications that follow a neurological trauma or a condition. The education requirements will be a bachelor's degree, and you can major in biology, psychology, pre-med, neuroscience, or any closely related field. Someone also could go further and get their PhD, which is your Doctor of Philosophy. People who normally get their Doctors of Philosophy become neuropsychologists. So, what is a neuropsychologist? A neuropsychologist is a psychologist that specializes in understanding the relationships between the physical brain and the behavior. So someone who may go and seek attention from a neuropsychologist is someone who had some kind of injury to the brain due to a car accident or an illness where it caused some effect to the brain. In order to hold that kind of license as a neuropsychologist, you have to be accredited. So you need accreditation through the American Psychological Association and the National Academy of Neuroscience. There are many careers and jobs that you can get with a neuropsychology degree, and that's a psychological associate, a licensed psychologist, a psychometrist, a neuropsychologist, and you can become a professor or either a assistant professor. The salaries for neuropsychology ranges between 84,000 to 92,000. The job outlook, I actually went on Indeed.com, and it says the average national salary for jobs for neuropsychology was 77,000, with a high confidence ranking based over 250 sources. Average neuropsychology salaries for job postings nationwide are 33% higher than the average salaries for all job postings nationwide. So this basically says that, the neuropsychology and even the psychology field is booming. Like from now down the line, there's going to be possible a lot of job openings in the future because psychology is a very, broad. It's a very broad degree and a very broad field, and it's so much that you can do. You can even work in hospitals, so it goes beyond what I listed here for jobs and careers. But this concludes all of my information that I have brought to you, and I'm going to pass it to Alexis and Zay, who will be covering the topics of rehabilitation, following by Raven, who will be covering the topics of psychometrics. Thank you.
Hey you guys, my name is Alexis McCoy,
My name is Isaiah Queen.
and we will be discussing rehabilitation psychology. So, rehabilitation psychology is the study and treatment of individuals who have a disability due to injury or illness. Educational requirements. So, first you want to start off with your bachelor's in general, clinical, or counseling psychology. After your bachelor's, you can either go through graduate school or you can go straight into your PhD program. If you choose to go to graduate school, it'll take 1.5 to 2 years to complete. The PhD program will take between 5 to 8 years to complete. And the PhD program is required to become a rehabilitation psychologist, but Isaiah will further discuss that in depth later. So, when obtaining your degrees for rehabilitation psychology, it is important that you go through a accredited um, psychology program, and the accreditation is through the American Psychological Association. Making sure that your program is accredited is important because that means that your degree is held to a higher standard of quality than an institution who has a non-accredited program.
So for jobs on the master's level, one job you can get is a rehabilitation counselor. Rehabilitation counselors provide individual and group counseling. They evaluate clients' abilities, develop a treatment plan, and advocate for the rights of those with disabilities. In 2018, the median pay was $35,630 per year. On the doctoral level, one job you can get is a rehabilitation psychologist. Rehabilitation psychologists assess clients to determine the cause of their disability. They do this by observing clients, completing tasks, conducting interviews with the client and their friends or family, or testing the client for disorders that are testing their emotional, social, or cognitive functioning. The 2018 median salary for a rehabilitation psychologist was $60,000 per year. For job outlooks, rehabilitation psychologists have really good job outlooks for the next 9 years. The average outlook for a rehabilitation counselor, for example, is 10% compared to the average job outlook of 5%.
Next, Raven will be speaking about psychometrics.
Hi guys, my name is Raven Wiggins, and today I'll be talking to you guys a little bit about psychometrics. Well, psychometrics is the field of study concerned with the theory and technique of psychological measurement, which includes the measurement of knowledge, abilities, attitudes, and personality traits. The educational requirements for psychometrics are bachelor's degree, which is 4 years, a master's degree, which is an additional 2 years, and then doctoral degree, which is an additional 2 to 4 years. You can major in psychology, statistics, psychometrics, or testing methodology when trying to pursue a career in psychometrics as well. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics states that a lot of psychometricians earn their degree in a related field because sometimes it's hard to find an undergraduate program in psychometrics. A psychometricist is responsible for administering and scoring neuropsychological tests under the supervision of a licensed clinical psychologist and usually holds a bachelor's degree. A psychometrician is an expert in or practitioner of psychometrics or psychometry and usually holds a master's or doctoral degree. In order to be a board-certified psychometrician, one must sit for the Certified Specialist in Psychometry exam. It is important to become certified because these days most employers, they prefer that you're certified. There's also a $6,000 compensation increase in certified students versus non-certified psychometrician students. One must have a degree from a regionally accredited college or university and a minimum of at least 3,000 hours of testing, scoring, and administrative experience under the supervision of a licensed psychologist or neuropsychologist. Information on salary. The salary for a psychometrist is between $50,000 and $80,000. The median salary is $82,671. The length of time and position are vital factors in determining salary. Information on job and career options. Jobs available for people in this field are available in research facilities, hospitals, mental health clinics, social service offices, and private psychological practices. The career outlook for psychometrics is very good. The employment of psychologists is expected to grow 14% from year 2016 to 2026. That's faster than the average for all occupations. And job prospects are best for those who have a doctoral degree and an applied specialty. Thank you guys for listening, and this is the end of our presentation.